Are you interested in creating a newsletter for free for your school? Look no further. The application Wakelet will be a great resource to utilize when you are creating this. To begin, you will want to go to wakelet.com. And if you do not have an account, you can sign up for free using your Google account. Or once you have an account, simply click login. It will prompt you to use your Google, which will be my SCCPSS domain. I will select it. And now I have been taken into my Wakelet library where my collections are stored. To start a brand new newsletter, you will click Create a New Collection. You will want to give your collection a title. For this example, I'm going to call it Newsletter. And let's use the Blue Jacket Nation for the example. Okay, so once you have your title and you put out a description, you have the option to add several things here, but we'll go back to this in just a second. Right up here at the top left is the palette where you can choose the theme, design, layout, and add images to your newsletter. The most traditional layout that is used with a newsletter is the media, but feel free to choose any of the following that are listed. I'm going to select to change a cover image here for my newsletter by coming to cover image and clicking add a cover image. You have the choice to upload from your hard drive, choose a Jiffy, or choose from the library. I'm going to upload for this example. Once you have your picture that you would like to add, you'll click open and you'll be able to adjust it to make it smaller or larger once it comes on. And this is a good picture for me, so I'm going to hit save. And now that image is in my newsletter, but coming over to the left hand side, I can choose to either make this a full picture as it is now or make it half. And the half will be fine. Next, I want to change my background image. Instead of having the white background, I wouldn't mind having an image. I'm going to click add a background image, and instead of uploading this time, I'm going to choose from the library. Here you're taken to Unsplash Photos, where you can use any of these images for free. I'm going to look up pumpkins for a fall theme. Once I see the image that I prefer, I'm going to select it. And now you see that it is listed in the background here. And if you ever want to go back and change that, you'll go right back up to the palette and make your changes as needed. Once you've selected your theme and added some images in there, let's go ahead and start adding content to our newsletters. Now, if you plan to work with colleagues or work as a team in this newsletter, you can always invite your collaborators. To do so, you will go up to the top left and click share, and go over to the tab where it says invite collaborators. From there, you can choose to copy the link or copy the code to provide to them, or simply enter in their email and they will be invited to join your newsletter and collaborate with you. As they're making edits and as you are making edits, it will let them know who deleted items or who added items. To add items into the newsletter, you will use the following below. Let's start with adding an image as we did before in the header. So I'm going to add an image and I'm going to upload one more time. And I'm going to click open. And now I have the image here in my newsletter. Now that I have my image, I can then come here to this plus sign to add more information below. So now I'm going to select the text option. Once you click add text, a little box appears where you can begin writing. So I'm going to add some information here. I'm going to quickly copy and paste. All right, I now have this amazing information here for them to see this event, but let's make some edits to it. So this kids bids, I may want my parents to be able to see exactly what this is and what's going on besides just giving them information and have them visit their website. I can add hyperlinks to this text area. So I'm going to go over to the kids bids fair. I'm going to just copy the link address. I'm right clicking copy link address. I'm going to head back to my Wakelet newsletter. You can also grab a URL link from the top browser as well, from whatever page that you're visiting. And I'm going to highlight the text. And then I'm going to click on the hyperlink icon here and just add that in there. And click add link. Now my parents can see this link is there. It turns bright green for them, and I may want to bold it for them to see as well. Also along this toolbar, you can choose to make a header 1 or a header 2 for this as well if you want to make some more emphasis with your text. So actually, let's go ahead and make this a header 1. And we can see that's very large. And maybe make our when and our where header 2. This is totally optional. I just want you all to be able to see exactly what you can do when you're utilizing this text area. Okay. And then I'm going to hit done. And now it is stored right underneath my image I added here. Notice when you hover over any of the boxes that you add, you can drag and drop them and place them wherever you need to. So now we've added an image and a text box in there. Let's go in and add a link here. So maybe I may want them to have the address or Google Map directions to this location and event. So I'm going to once again hit the plus button. And this time I'm going to go grab that address that lets me see the directions. So I'm going to go over here to the directions to the Savannah Mall Playground for the kids bids. And I'm going to grab the link from above and copy. And come back over to my Wakelet and drop that into that area. Once you have that link and come back to your area to paste it, a small image will be shown below. And now all they need to do is click it and be able to access that link that takes them to the directions to that location. So this is an awesome tool to use when adding any type of outside links. Next, let's go ahead and click on this little repository of different apps that are here that you can add within your Wakelet. So we see we can add tweets, video, YouTube, Google Drive items, OneDrive items, and Adobe Spark. Let's practice creating a YouTube. So once you click on the YouTube, you can either search it or you can add it straight from your YouTube using the URL that you may grab. So let's look up Liberal Studies High School. Awesome. I found a great video to add in there. I'm going to select it and click add. And once you do that, notice that you have the title that's on YouTube and you also have the description of what is the video is going to be about. But you can always come right here to click edit and choose to change any of the information that was brought over from YouTube. Maybe I want to make this title Watch Our Students in Action. I can. And once you're finished, go ahead and click done. And now we have that YouTube video added and we were able to edit the title of that video. We are going to also practice adding a PDF to a newsletter so that you can also be able to add important information within it as well. So we're going to once again hit that plus sign. We're going to go over to PDF. And I'm going to look up Parent Portal and add that in there. Okay, very similar to the YouTube video. Once you add it in there, I could then hit edit. I could change the title. You can also add a description and I can change the image. I'm now going to select Choose from Jiffy. And it takes me to the repository, and I could go in and select the GIF that I would like to add into my Wakelet. And now we have that added into our Wakelet as well. Once you have completed adding all the components of your newsletter, notice that all of your changes have been saved in the top right. Just simply click Done. Once you're done, you can see the published version of your newsletter. Notice that Microsoft Immersive Reader has been added to your newsletter. This is a great tool for other languages to use so they can be able to transcribe your English into their home language. Once you are done and you are ready to share with your parents and students and community, you will simply go up to Share, and you will then select your privacy settings. Right now it's automatically set to private, but you can drop down and select it as public for anyone with the link can view, or as unlisted, and it's anyone with the link can view the collection, but it won't appear on the public profile within Wakelet. So choose whichever link works best for your situation, and then you can also choose how you would like to share that link. Remind, QR codes, you can embed it into your websites, or also just copy the link. And that is it. You now have a free newsletter generated within Wakelet and is ready for you to share.